Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks. Welcome to another stream. Today we're going to play Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 again. And yeah, I'm starting up the game right now. And of course, once it loads, I'll get right into it. So at the end of the last stream, I bought my first car that I want to restore. It was very cheap, and you'll see it in just a second. It was from a barn actually, because I couldn't have afforded one at the the auction house or something anyway, and I don't think I even have access to that. V8 or American? Oh, we riot. American, I think, but V8. Unfortunately, I have to disappoint you. It's this. Okay, now yeah, this is more like the Willys, the really old one. Like, there's no door. So replacing the body panels would be like extremely cheap, wouldn't it? Do we have a paint shop? I think that's something you need to unlock with the toolbox, right? That's that. Yeah, that's really far into it, actually. Damn. Yeah, it doesn't have doors. This, by the way, is also a 4-cylinder. Look, it even says Willys on the engraved on this panel right here. No, Willys, yeah. That's an S. A pretty weird one, but it says Willys right on there. Sorry. Put that back in. Let's start with the suspension, actually. Is that like an actual Jeep Willys? Like as a DLC? Yeah, okay. It is. So it doesn't just look like a Jeep Willys, it is. It literally is a Jeep Willys. Oh, we need to lift the car up all the way. Probably gonna have leaf spring suspension on the rear as well, I would guess. Wait, what is still... Front steering knuckle E-ring. Didn't even know that was a thing. Okay, and then we're done on one side, right? Yeah, okay. So what I'll do... First of all, part notes. Okay, it's clear. And now I'll go to my inventory and I add everything twice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Because I know that I'm gonna need these things for the other side as well. That's the repair bench. Separate these. Oh yeah, I only removed one tire so far. Okay, fair enough. And okay. Let's go to the other side. I think we can definitely afford replacing all the running gear on this one already, because running gear is generally not very expensive. What will be expensive is like, you know, engine and gearbox. Like body panels on some cars can also be very expensive, like, but on this doesn't really have that many. Doesn't really have that many body panels to replace. Do you have all the DLCs? Yes, I have, because I bought the whole thing on the Steam sale, which was like, you know, 23 euros for everything in total with all the DLCs. Instead of like 26 for just the base game with no DLCs. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll take that. Okay, so now we have completely taken the whole front suspension apart. But the DLCs, from what I know, only adds more cars. It doesn't add any more mechanics. From what I know, anyway. R5 75 R16. And that's an off-road tire, isn't it? Yeah. Oh my god, these are expensive. But yeah, 2 of these. Then rim shop. We can throw any rims we want on this one, right? Put white walls on it. A Bolt Champion and a Salem Flamme would be cool choices for cars. Yeah, absolutely. But this was extremely cheap. Like just over 10,000 to buy on the barn, and like everything else we've seen on the barn so far has been like 18,000, 20,000, 25,000. So this at 10, you know, I think I'm gonna go with these. Well, ET, I don't know what we need. ET is 0, okay. These ones. So let's put those together. No. This, yeah, and then one of those. This takes way too long, by the way. The wheel balancing is probably my least favorite new thing that they added here, because it's just like, hey, I've got my wheels, now I gotta balance them and wait for, you know, 35 seconds, 40 seconds without being able to do anything with this. Yeah, obviously it takes longer in real life, but at the same time, you know, when adding mechanics like this into the game, you gotta balance between, you know, what makes the game feel more realistic and what makes it, you know, also fun, you know. And the wheel balancing is one of those things that's like, I don't feel like it adds any, you know, extra enjoyment to the game. You know what I mean? So main shop, we will go ahead and get our list on. Okay, brake drum, we need 2 of those. Need 2 brake shoes. Drum wheel cylinder. V8 swap. I don't know if you can, and also look at our money. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's even something you can do. I don't know if you can swap a V8 into a car that comes with an inline 4-cylinder. I don't know if that's possible in this game. So we need front drive axle G. Need 2 of those. You need to just steal some cars and chop them for parts and cash. I mean, fair enough, but there's no such thing as stealing cars in this game. Like, you can take orders and you can take orders and like completely disassemble the car and in theory sell the parts. Then sure, you can do that, but the car or whatever is remaining of it will still be in your garage, and you're gonna need the space to work on, you know, other cars, right? So there's the problem with that. We need 4 of these. Okay, so we need 2 of these, we need 2 of these, need 4 of these. Probably gonna want this later on as well, but not for now. Front steering knuckle E ring, we need 2 of these. And then the actual steering knuckle E as well, we need 2 of those. And then lastly, a steering rack. Ooh, that's expensive. I mean, who would have thought, right? So let's actually start selling some and you know, everything that we want to sell is not new, right? Like we don't have any 80 or 90% parts that we want to use. No, everything is okay. So sell parts, everything that's below 90%, because we know all of that is old. Okay. I want to see what is this connected to? Oh, the front drive shaft. Okay. Front drive axle 1. Okay. This one. Front drive. Wait. Which one? Front drive shaft F. This one. Do you enjoy this music? Not necessarily, no. But I don't want to go to the main menu and turn it off right now. It has the same rear muffler as a V8, as a pushrod V8. Oh no, the starter. I really feel like they should have made an options menu here for, you know, especially the audio, perhaps even the graphic details, although that's a little bit more arguable that it's not necessary. I feel like we're gonna be able to replace the entire running gear and gearbox with the existing cache that we have. I don't think we're gonna also be able to completely restore the engine, because that is a little bit more expensive, although we have a block for this car. The front exhaust section inline 4 is C. That one. Then the middle muffler. The muffler. Drive shaft. Where's the transfer case? Should be somewhere here. Okay. Then the starter. It's not in here. Okay, well. Well, we can at least get the other stuff as well. So clutch plate, clutch pressure plate, clutch release bearing, flywheel. I'm almost thinking like, maybe I don't want to put all the parts in right now, because we are gonna eventually want to take the engine apart, and when we do and we get to the crankshaft, we would have to disassemble the gearbox again anyway. Yeah, with $1,600, there's no way we're gonna finish this restoration. I don't think I can move this car. Yeah, I can't move it to the to my garage right now. So we need to lift it back up, and we need to do this whole thing now anyway. Then again, we don't have to do everything later on when we rebuild the engine, because the running gear, well, that's just gonna stay in place. Hello Nico, it's your cousin Roman. Want to go bowling? I don't get that reference. Okay, I think we should be done on this side. We can of course also add the exhaust. Actually, I think we shouldn't, because that'll make it easier for us to put the other or take the other exhaust parts back out. And again, we can't afford to fully restore the engine right now anyway, so I think the car needs to be at least completely assembled in order to be able to move it. And for that reason, well, I'm gonna do it anyway. There's a small indie game released in 2008, released by a small team. Okay. The main character was Niko Bellic, and he had a cousin named No. Niko Bellic, I have heard that name somewhere before. I don't know. I don't remember. Like 2008 is a long time ago, though. That being said, of course, games. You can still play games from 2008 today, and I don't see any problem with that. After all, I've recently been sometimes, like occasionally, been playing games older than that, so. Liberty City. Okay. Yeah. GTA 4. Yeah. To be fair, I've only played like very few hours of GTA 4. Played a lot of San Andreas and a lot of GTA 5. Decent amount of what was it called, GTA Vice City, but GTA 4, no, haven't played that. Did I take out the ignition coil earlier as well? Or was that just missing from the start? Because I don't remember taking it out. Note music would be a 100% improvement over this the automation soundtrack. Absolutely agree with that. Even, although that's probably a little bit more debatable, but even the Forza soundtrack would be improvement over this. Ignition coil B. Let's get that right now as well. $100 for that ignition coil. Okay, there we go. Okay. So now we should be able to move this thing. Or do we have anything else in our inventory that... Oh yeah, Yeah, we need to lift this thing up again. This isn't the worst music. Like, some titles in the soundtrack are... They're fair enough, but some of them I'm not a fan of, have to say. Like, we have this, so we can save money on that. But with only $1,000 remaining, there's no way we're going to be able to afford. Wait, how much is this worth now? 16,000? We've spent less than 6,000 on this, and I bought it for a little bit over 10. Restoration bonus, nothing. Probably only going to come in once everything is restored. Move car to garage entrance A. Ah, okay. Well, let's take an order. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, now... We need to move this. How do we get to the parking area, by the way? Through the main gate, I guess. Yeah. Let's get the Olsen Grand Club. What do you have? Oh no, I should not have done this. There's too much stuff wrong with this. Can I cancel the order? I don't think I can, right? No oil in the engine, are you kidding me? No oil pan! The game is trolling me right now. Parking only available for cars you own, so I have to move this to the lifter. Then I have to take up another order, so what one it I can actually perform with the amount of money I have. And then can I move this to the lifter? No, I can't. This is when you end up pain by crushing yourself with a lift. Is there no way to cancel an order? Like, with this right here, can't I just be like, no, I don't want to do this anymore, you know, abandon ship? Front shock absorber cap, front shock absorber A. I feel like that was a thing in Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, wasn't it? No, I don't. All I want to do is move this here. But I can't right now. You know how we're gonna do this? Move this to the test path. Move this back to the entrance. There we go. All right, we're back in business. Okay, what you got? Front shock absorber A and front shock absorber cap. Then we need sway bar rear end link, a steering rack, and an inner tie rod. Sway bar rear end link, a steering rack. Oh no, shit, I shouldn't have done that. And an inner tie rod. Okay, now let's actually lift this thing up all the way. Wait, do you need an oil change? No. Okay, braking performance is an issue though. Talk about cutting it close. Absolutely. Okay, so this is the faulty shock absorber. We can sell this. That's gonna give us a few extra dollars, which we can use to afford the other parts we need, I guess. Like overall, like the condition of the majority of parts in this car is like excellent. At least they look excellent. It's around 80%, which is good enough. They look really clean though. I want to know who's buying all the rusty old parts you sell. Probably some junkyard, I guess. Don't ask me who, but... Well, we can reassemble this. Because we know that here there's no problem with the brakes. Other side, please. And... No. Cardan mount. Outer tie rod. Inner tie rod. Steering rack. Okay. Now we do this. Okay, and here's where we gotta sell parts. The inner tie rod can be sold for $1. Steering rack, come on. $40, okay, that's something. Okay. Now we need to go here, separate these. Then we can sell the individual and the separate parts that we got from here as well. That's $8, that's $3. Okay, we only have another $100 to work with. But how much is a brake disc? Well, is that a ventilated one that we need, or? Yeah, it is. Man. $100. Actually, 95 with our discount. Man, that discount from the toolbox was so valuable. Not just for this instance, but how much have we saved from that already? With the amount of parts we've already bought since we got the perk. Here. Okay. Now we have a problem though. We have $12. We do have to swipe our rear end link though, but we haven't found all the parts that we need yet. Oh man. I don't think the swipe our rear end link is that we sell is gonna give us enough money to. Yeah, there's no way this gives us enough money to afford the other braking parts that we need, especially if one is like an ABS module or an ABS pump. The pads look a little bit suspect here. Yeah, and they are. And there we have a faulty caliper, it seems like. Yeah. $1, $3. Yeah, we can. What do you do in this case, though? Shit, I shouldn't have. Yeah, I should have repaired instead of sold. There were the faulty pads. Now, what do you do in this case? Welcome back, and I think I may have made a colossal mistake. You can see our cash count in the top right corner. And now you can explain to me how we're gonna buy one set of brake pads and one brake caliper with it. What I should have done instead of selling the faulty parts was, you know, taking them over here to the repair bench and trying to repair them. That is something that I already never did in Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Never done it in 2018 so far either. Can switch them from one side to the other. Let's see. Repair with condition. What condition does it need to be? 78%. Wait, have I put the pads back on here? Yeah, I have. What condition are these in? 97%. Okay, so yeah, okay, but then I'm still gonna be missing one set of brake pads. You know, I can't give the customer an unfinished car back. That's the problem. Shit. Take the pads off the other car. If I could, yeah, but I would need to put this onto the lifter, and I can't put this together because it won't let me put the wheels on if the brakes aren't complete. So there's the problem. You know what? I think the only solution is to actually go to parking. Go to parking. And sell the Willys. Sell the Willys. Wherever it is, there it is. Can we even sell this from here? No, we can't. We can only move it to the garage, but there's no space there. Oh my god. The worst part is that if I do sell like this front left seat or something, $135, that is gonna give me enough for the parts that I need. For one set of pads and one caliper. And then, but I am gonna have to buy it back. I am gonna have to buy it back because obviously I have to deliver a complete car to the customer. So but I am gonna get some bonus cash for completing the other order. So if this is what it takes, this is what it takes. So we need one caliper and one of these. I want to put the 100% caliper on this thing, on this side, because this is where the faulty one was. And you know what? I'm not gonna sell the Willys yet, and you know why? Because even in Car Mechanic Simulator 2015, and I assume that this is gonna work very similarly, when the car was only partly restored, it would obviously be worth more than before, but you wouldn't make that much profit. But once it is fully restored, you would get a big bonus. I think we're done with this car though, aren't we? Done. Okay, yeah, we're finished. Car status, finish order. Oh, $2,800. Feels good to be alive. Now for you. Yeah. Oh, I need to move you back to the interior disassemble. What was it? No. Front left seat. Which one was it though? Fabric B or whatever? Home. Interior shop. Seat 8 fabric B. Was it this sort of pattern or was it seat 8 fabric A? See, this song I'm not a fan of. I think it was this one. 285. There goes the majority of my... well, no, not the majority of the money that I just made in profit. Yeah, looks alike. Okay, what you got? I bought a brand new, it's a great car, edit set is great for off-roading, but I have an impression that driving an SUV on the sand dunes was not a good idea. Something is scraping and I noticed a leak. Please do something about it. I need the car for an off-road trip with my friends this weekend. Front bumper, left headlight, front left fender, front license plate. Customer's going to get into the car and feel like, wow, these seats never looked so good. Wow, they cleaned my car inside. Oh wait, only the front left seat, only the driver's seat. Why is everything else exactly the same way I left it? Only the front driver's seat is new. Okay, so what the heck is this car called? Olsen Grand Club. We need the front bumper. Need the left headlight. I don't want to overspend here, of course. Front left fender. And there was something else. Front license plate. Have that already though. No? Front left fender. I don't see it. Is it somewhere else? Yeah. Oh shit. Well. I guess what we have to do is like... see what it says here. See what is this? License plate standard. Oh, we have a barn location map and a case. Okay. License plate standard N8R45HMO. I don't think we have to remember that though. Is there a license plate? Yeah, there it is. Oh shit, do we... Does that count? Okay, yeah, right. Doesn't matter, you have a different license plate on the front than on the rear. Doesn't matter to me. You got really bad rims. Do we have to replace these? Let's actually check and see if that is something that... Yeah, rim modern 06. Okay, that's the rims that we need to replace. Need to separate them. Why can't he just buy new rims for himself? It's a good thing we got that large bonus from the previous order as well, because we're gonna spend a lot of money on this one. Home, rim shop. Modern 06. What size though? 20-inch, of course, making it as expensive as possible. I'm sure you can get bigger rims. 2 of these. $1,000. This better pay out like a million bucks once we're done with it, dude. No. Yes. Install this and this. So we were pretty much broke before we started this, or before we ended the last order. So we were at the last order paid out with 28.65. So after that, with the bonus we get from this, I want to be at least like 6.5K. And I believe if we are, then we should also be able to fully finish restoring the Willys. Or at least get very close. Okay, now I'm gonna sell these rims. And see what else is wrong with this piece of garbage. A lot of things, probably. Yep, the front drive axle was one of them. Dude, the whole thing is ruined. It's easier to count the things that aren't wrong on this one. Am I even gonna be able to afford everything? Like, hopefully the steering rack... Yeah, the steering rack is also faulty, I guess. Yep, so we aren't gonna be able to afford everything immediately. Right. Because the steering rack costs $800 and we're at $982. And there's, as I said, there's a lot of things wrong with this car. But with how poor the condition is on the parts that are wrong with this thing, we're not gonna get really any money out of it from selling it either. So I guess this is the time to try repairing stuff rather than replacing it with new things. Especially some expensive stuff like the steering rack or the front suspension cross member. If we can repair that instead of having to buy you know, a whole new one, that can save us a lot of hassle. Let's try repairing. Let's give that a go. There are no items to work with. So how do you do that then? We also got one more upgrade point, so... What is this? Oh, yes. Definitely want that. There's another toolbox. Exit to parking, no. See, this is the sort of music I don't like. There are no items to work with, are you kidding me? Computer, radio. There we go. How can it tell me that there are no items to work with? It's probably also something I have to unlock in here, right? No? No. Add a test path and a repair bench to your garage. Now what's this for then? If not for repairing the parts that I have in my inventory. I don't understand. How does this work? Because for now it just sort of doesn't. Car is loud. Okay, there's... take the order quickly. Move you to the test path for now. Move this down. Oh, okay. Yeah, wheels are missing from the car. We could reassemble it real quick, and I guess that's the only option we have for now. Man, this is annoying. Like, not having money in this game is actually terrible. Because you gotta go so many... You gotta do so many suboptimal things. You gotta... It just takes a lot more time to accomplish a job because of all the complications that come from not having money. I mean, I guess even in that way, it's a good simulator. Yeah, not having money does suck. 10 out of 10 simulator. So hopefully I don't expect the exhaust repairings or whatever are gonna be paying out all that well. I feel like it's just gonna be something that is like a 2-minute job and pays out, with a bonus of $30. Can we move this? I mean, I'm sure we can move this to the entrance again without oil pan. It came here without oil pan, and we were able to move it to the lifter without it. So should be able to move it back. Should be able to move it back to the customer as well. But I want to be the car mechanic that's like, fix cars, and then someone with like a complete and utter garbage car that's a complete mess from front to back. He comes in and is like, you know what? No, keep your shitty car. I only work on cars that are at least somewhat functional. Then again, don't talk about the Willys that I bought from the barn last episode. But that's a different thing, because the Willys that I'm restoring, I am restoring it because I own it. These are just orders for customers. Do I have anything in my inventory from that car still? No, I don't. Okay, you got a loud exhaust. Let's check the front exhaust manifold. That doesn't look too bad, so let's lift it up all the way. Okay, and which of these do we need to... It is the front exhaust section. What else could be making the car loud? The fuel pump? No. Is it the manifold? Main shop exhaust. Front exhaust section. This one. Got it. You know what? If it is the manifold, let's keep the front exhaust section off for now. Oh, could be the radiator as well. Oh, it isn't though. How about the radiator fan? That doesn't look too bad either. Okay, yeah, that was pretty bad. Which one is it? This one. You have a loud exhaust and this is a problem. I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess not everyone's into loud cars, and even if you are, your neighbors probably aren't. So that's the issue with that. Okay. Really didn't get much out of that. Pretty much to be expected. We need to move this to a test bathroom. Oh, no oil. Okay, well, move this to the lifter. Take the next order. Car is loud. Okay, see, this car. If this is loud, it might actually be completely fine. Just saying. We can't open that? No, we can only remove it completely. Okay. Now lift this thing up. Look at that rear diffuser. That's insane. Accessible from engine bay. That's one part? That was one part. This looks this looks much worse. Exhaust manifold B. That one. Actually not that ridiculously expensive, considering, you know, the car's overall price. And what the heck was the other part called exactly? Rear exhaust section, rear exhaust section, okay. Okay, now that that I can't afford. Holy fuck. $14, $60. Sell the rear bumper? No. What? That's in 68% condition, and even then I would still get $513 for it. You know what, I'm gonna sell these? Yeah, I'm gonna sell this. I'm never gonna use it. Part mount. Then again, if you think about the fact that the entire exhaust on the Zonda is made completely from titanium, $1,200 seems actually a little cheap still, because titanium is ludicrously expensive, of course. All right. The rear license plate is missing, okay. Okay. Okay, now what's with let's actually see. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff wrong back here as well, but no expensive parts. I think we can do this now. Unless there's stuff wrong with the engine as well. It doesn't look like it, the engine looks fine. So let's complete this this car now. After that, we should probably be able to what was I gonna say? We should probably be able to... Actually, let's check the gearboxes. Yeah, the gearbox seems completely fine. After this, we should be able to finish the restoration on the Willys. That's what I was getting at. Actually, is $2,500 enough? Because the steering rack, I know, is $800. Question is everything else combined more than $1,700 and a little bit? Let's check out how much the front suspension crossmember C is. 440. I think we have enough. It's gonna be close, but I think we have enough. Now, what if we don't? We gotta do this all over again. Now that I'm looking at this and thinking of the front shock absorbers as well, it's probably going to be closer than I'd like. But the good thing is there's not much wrong on the rear suspension. So if we can get the front suspension fixed, even if we're out of money after that, we can still at least put the car back together and move it somewhere and, you know, do one more order afterwards, and then we should be good. But yeah, this car is gonna pay out big money once we're done with it. I can feel it. Because there's just so much stuff wrong with it. Like, and remember the wheels alone, they were like $1,000. So, oh yeah, the front drive axle D. Damn. The sway bar is good. Yeah. So we can put that back in. Okay, now let's add everything that's wrong into the shopping list. Is the second one faulty as well? Yeah, it is. Upper suspension. You know what? I'm just gonna do it like that. Okay, we need this. Don't forget about the 5% discount that we have as well. Front drive axle D. And we have 2 of these. The front axle knuckle cover. Need 2 of those. Those are actually cheap, thankfully. The steering rack isn't. Okay, we need the upper suspension arm and we need the lower suspension arm. Or bottom suspension arm. Then we have these, Front steering knuckle C. Oh, I don't have enough money. Here we go. Here we go again. I think that we should be able to achieve with selling the parts that we have. Or alternatively, we could sell some of the stuff that we got from cases so far. Because I'm never going to use all of it, let's just face it. Front drive shaft. Okay. Oh no, we need to disassemble the shock absorbers as well and see what we need there. Everything, actually. Okay, so exhaust pipe C, how much is that? 33. Certainly gonna need one of these at some point. I am gonna need this. This, however, $166, sure. Yeah, okay. Ignition wires. Engine head B for a V6 Type C. Oh yeah, okay. $624. There we go. We got money. Uh, so we need 2 of these. Two front springs and 2 front shock absorber cap. Now we're gonna sell all the junk. Oh wait, you know what, let's do that afterwards. Just to be safe. This looks so much nicer, man. Remember the way this car looked from underneath when we got it? Oh my goodness. I think there might still something be missing on this side though. Let's just check. The rubber bushing is in here. The shock absorber is missing. Okay, the oil pan, yeah, we're gonna worry about that in a minute. But for now, I want to put this back together. Oh, we leveled up again as well, I think. No. Yeah, we forgot the sway bar link on the other side. There it is. Okay. But this is a ton of XP that we're making from this as well. Like, holy cow. Do we need an oil filter for this, or does it have it? It's right there, okay. And it looks to be in good condition as well. So, just the oil pan. Which exact one? Oil pan V8. Must be this one. Sell all the junk that's poor quality. That was $199, not too bad. Now let's move over to the rear. This car should be almost done actually, because I didn't see that much wrong with it on the rear end. There was some things, of course, but oh yeah, okay, we need to disassemble this anyway. Solid rear drive axle. Spring cap. Okay, that one was still good. Let's leave that in here. Is the fuel pump okay? It is. Okay, and I think we also need to replace the rear exhaust on this, which means there could be some other part of the exhaust that could be faulty. Sorry, suppress the sneeze. Cap looks good. Have we found everything? No, two things are still missing. Well, one rear muffler is missing entirely. Okay, but we still need to discover two more things. What is your favorite muscle car? Particularly if you have had to daily drive it. Oh man. Are we talking classic muscle cars, or do we also include the modern iterations like the modern Challenger and Charger and what have you? Let's actually remove the oil pan and see if there's anything. Actually, no. I know what it is going to be, the radiators. Classic muscle cars. Okay. Now, as far as classic muscle cars go, pre-1980. I think I would go with the 69 Challenger. Yeah, 1969 Challenger it would be for me. What are we doing? Need to delete these. Need to delete this. Now we go to the inventory. Okay, so how many rubber bushings do we need? We only need 1, 2. Rear axle knuckle housing C. We're gonna run out of money again. Challenger debuted in 1970 model year. Yeah, the first generation Challenger. We need 1 of these or 2? Just 1. Something. Yeah, I meant the Challenger. Yeah, it was introduced in fall 69, so I'm basing that on when it appeared and when it was introduced, as opposed to on, you know, what model year they call it, because, you know, even in late 2018 they were selling you know, the 2020 model year this or that, like, so in which engine? I'd go with the Hemi. Rear shock absorber B. Yeah, those two, and we're pretty much out of money again. The good thing about this is, though, we're gonna make so much from this freaking order. Sell that. I don't think that's enough. Thermostat for a V12, 130. This might already have given us enough. Leaf spring. We need 4 of these. We need 1 of these. What color? Now, that's a difficult one. The choice would be between either the sort of plum or a green, like the lime green or whatever they called the classic Challenger green that was also on the Plymouth Barracuda. That color. One of those two. It's honestly really difficult for me to decide. Rear spring. No, we don't have enough. Okay. Let's sell something else. One exhaust section B. Sure. Yeah, okay. We have enough now, easily. We need 2 of these. And then we need the rear muffler. Hope we got everything. You like the 442 olds? Yeah, that's a really cool car as well. You haven't attached leaf spring plates yet. I think this was the side where it was still okay. I also like the let me get this right. The Falcon XB in yellow. And of course, you know, the classic Mustang in green. Actually, not the very first Mustang, but the '69 Mustang. From Australia. Oh yeah, and the '65 Camaro in blue. I think we've put everything in as well. Yep, just the radiator missing, and we still gotta fill up. We still gotta fill it up with oil afterwards. Damn, this is gonna make us a lot of money. Delete that and radiator fan housing and radiator A. Don't have enough. Okay, we can get that. We can get there. Gonna sell everything that's below like 85%. Everything below like 58%. I don't care. We have enough. Camaro didn't drop till fall 66. Really, am I that bad at remembering the dates for the cars that I actually like? But also, on the other hand, You do have to say that, especially for American cars, back in the day, like back in the 50s, 60s, they did a refresh like every year on all of their models. It's really hard to remember all of them and what each model of each year looked like, and what engines it came with, what colors it was. Remembering all of that is not an easy job. You gotta cut me some slack there. Dude, we're finally done with this thing, and we're gonna get 16,000 out of it. Let's get our Willys. We're gonna fully restore this thing now, and I think then we're gonna call it a day. I did already replace the front running gear. Wait, what? Car status, move to garage. Okay, that's how you gotta do it. Return to garage. Move the car to the lifter A. May as well also just remove these body parts. Left headlight, red headlight, front bumper. This is more... Wait, we can replace the front window as well. What? Interior disassemble mode. Front right seat, front left seat. Steering wheel. Bench. Okay, and I think that's it. Oh my god, these are actually expensive. I'm gonna go with this one. Mm. 70 Grand Sport and 70 Ford Torino GT. Okay. Steering wheel. It was the exact same one before. Okay. Now we need to go to the body shop and Willys. Need a front bumper. Can we change the color? I don't think we can. Front left fender, front right fender, front window, hood, left headlight, right headlight, left taillight, right taillight, Rear bumper, trunk. Oh yeah, we didn't. We didn't remove the mirror. We need a number plate as well, but again we can also just put that back on. Works for me. Wait. Oh yeah, we need to... We would actually have to paint this, but we don't have a paint job yet. Okay. I think that's it. As far as body parts. Yeah. I mean, obviously the tires still need to be and rims need to be replaced. So let's see, what do we have on here? Rim Retro 05. Okay, so the list is empty, which is good. I saw a quote in a car show once, and that's a really rare thing. A quart? You don't mean you don't mean a Honda Accord, right? Because that's not a rare thing. What? The first front-wheel drive car from 1929 to 1938. Never heard of that thing. They're awesome little cars, you should check them out. I I might after this. Oh, okay, it became known as the Baby Duesenberg. I know Duesenbergs, of course. They're actually pretty cool. And we have to go to the main shop and pull up our shopping list. Okay, so 2 drums, 2 shoes, drum wheel cylinder. No, it's the wrong one. Solid rear drive axle. And leaf spring plates, bushing. No, we need leaf springs. We need 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Wheel hub number 4. And I think that's... Nope, not quite it. Fuel pump. We're certainly gonna need a fuel filter as well later on. And a fuel tank. Okay. Let me check out this real quick. Ah, yeah. Okay. That looks pretty cool. It looks like, you know, a lot of other cars from the, like the general shape is similar to a lot of other cars from back then. But it's smaller, yeah, definitely. Let's get back into the game. The only reason I had to tab out in order to view that is because this game doesn't have windowed full screen mode. It's exclusive full screen, so I can't move my mouse cursor from one monitor to the other like I can in most other games. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a... Oh, I forgot the rear shock absorber. A or B? Which one is it? B. Do I even have the knuckle housing? I should. Yeah. You need the tablet upgrade in this game? Wait, didn't I buy these? The knuckle housings? Am I really... Did I really forget about those as well? Yeah, tablet upgrade is gonna be really useful. But it's not that bad without it. Wheel hub 4. Come on. Okay, then one side is going to be finished. Not going to put the drive shaft back in just yet because... oh, yeah, we're also not going to mount the wheels just yet because I'm going to replace those with different ones. Small rubber bushing. And another small rubber bushing. And there's the shoe, then there's the drum, and from there we need our new wheels. So we have Rim Retro 05. Those are 16 inch. Where are you? Retro 05. Like so. And then we need the tires as well. So off-road tires, 16 inch, 205, 75. I remember that. Okay, and now do that. Dude, I'm really looking forward to the point in the game at which you can, at which I'm gonna be able to buy a sports car or something, restore it, and build it back up with tuned parts. We can actually... Because then when we do that, we can actually also put wider rear tires on it or whatever. It's gonna be great. Okay. Now let's sell everything that's... No, wait. Yeah, I've removed the drive shaft on purpose. Can you upgrade the appearance of your shop? Yes, but later. Need some of these unlocks in order to do so. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, move it back up. Drain oil. There was no oil in it anyway. Okay. I guess. We need to get rid of this and this in order to be able to access the gearbox again. And we need to also remove the starter. The fact that they also added the rod caps in addition to the crankshaft bearings is obviously, you know, making it more realistic over what it was in Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. But sometimes they're pretty hard to see, and so it's just one more part that you need to remember about. Well, or one, you know, one, what you call it? It's something, it's something extra that you need to remember. Yeah, for it to cover. Oh man, those are a lot of bolts. That's like 15 bolts for this engine head. We're getting there, guys. That's a power steering pump I6B, so that's normally for a straight 6. Also the timing chain and the cam gear. That's weird. I think that's arm A. No idea what that... Okay, well, that's where the thing held on to. Arm B as well. The fuel filter... Oh, the ignition coil here is not attached to anything. Thought I already bought a new one anyway. Well, the one that was in there was already new is what I meant to say. Okay. Now we need to get back under the car. Get rid of the gearbox and the crank. And once we have that, we can remove the block and go from there. I think I bought this for about 10,600-ish in-game dollars. So we're gonna see just how much it'll be worth afterwards. I have a new one of these with a +1 part. There we go. Okay, now delete this. Inventory. First of all, the barn location map is always good. We need 3 of these. Or we need an oil pan. As far as the crankshaft bearing caps go, we need 1, 2, 3 of them. We need 4 rod caps. And then just go ahead like this. We don't need the fuel filter, I already have one. Radiator. And the crank. All right, let's get to shopping. Crankshaft. Okay, which crankshaft exactly is that? I4C. Okay, that's this one. Then there's the crankshaft bearing cap. We need 3 of these. And that's that. Rod cap. Wait, air filter cover. Air filter cover B. This one? Yep. Ah, there we go. This, and then air filter base. The carburetor. Actually, you know what? I don't like this idea. Spark. No, we weren't finished up here. So oil filter cover. Oil filter. Inline 4C. Ignition wires like that. Yeah, we've done that. Spark plug. 4 of these. Radiator C. Battery. Okay, carburetor, let's see. Inline 6B. Yeah, that one. Exhaust manifold inline 4C, we need that. And we also need the intake manifold, that one. This for sure. It's $750 normally, damn. Clip B, $9. It's more than a spark plug. A freaking clip is more than a spark plug. Ignition distributor. Cap. Distributor rotor. Serpentine belt. Okay, now there's a lot. Serpentine belt A and B for I6B is what we're looking for. Serpentine belt A, I6B. Serpentine belt B, I6B, okay. Water pump inline 4C, water pump pulley. An alternator. But this one, then the crankshaft pulley. It's actually the V8 one. Okay. Timing cover inline 4C. Here we are. There's the power steering pump. Inline 6B. Timing chain inline 6B, that's this one. Camshaft. Inline 4C. We're almost done. Piston ring. Like piston we need 4. And piston rings we also need 4. We already bought this one though, the crankshaft, so we should be good now. Let's get back into this. Let's see how much we can do from here. We will of course do as much as possible before we need to go under the car again. This is gonna be a very nice Willys afterwards. Like, also we can then see if the +1 quality. Wait, what? If the +1 quality on the engine block gives it any extra power, because it was at 60 horsepower before. I need fuel pump inline 6B, okay. Inline 6B. We spent a lot of money on this as well. Then there's the air filter base, there's the ignition coil. Don't forget about the clip. Okay. And from here, I think besides the radiator and I guess the battery and the brake servo, we need to go under the car again. Okay, then there's the crankshaft bearing caps. We can then put in the whole gearbox again. What I'd really like to do, or what I'd really like to be able to do, is paint this thing afterwards, but we don't have the paint shop yet. That needs to be that needs to be unlocked, and it's only available a lot later. So we still need to level up quite a bit in order to unlock that, which is kind of a shame. But you know, what are we gonna do? This is only the third, well, episode, if you will. The third time streaming was about 2 hours each time, and we're a little over 2 hours today actually. But the point is, we haven't played a crazy amount of this game yet, so there's still a lot more to come. Okay, then we can put the head on with 2 million screws, or bolts, I guess, in this case. I think we are probably done up here. Let's lift it up again. Also, I don't know if I want to actually keep this car afterwards or if I want to sell it. It is my very first own car in this game, so it has sort of like symbolic value, or if you will. But at the same time, I wanna restore something cooler, and I want the money from this as because of that. So you gotta bear with me on that one. Ah, forgot about that, huh? Cam gear and then 6B. Where is it? There it is. Anything else? Yep, the radiator. Ah, okay. Forgot about that. Radiator fan B. There it is. That one's expensive. I think the car should be complete besides oil right now. Like, we still gotta fill it up with oil. But apart from that, I think we're done. The ignition distributor does not look... Ah yeah, it looked rusty just from one angle. But I think... Yeah. I can't really change the frame condition and interior condition. And that's just something I can't simply swap out, right? I don't think I can just simply repair this either, so... Wait, we got different... I swear I chose Rim Retro 05, because this said Rim Retro 05. This is the wrong one. You can repair it how? I need to unlock it. Okay. Rims. Yeah, I must have just bought the wrong ones. Let's sell the wrong ones just to be on the safe side. Damn, now I want to play Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 again. But this car is gonna be worth a decent amount now. Oh yeah, I should have put one. I should have put the other one onto the balancer first before I went on to mount this one, because then I wouldn't have to wait as long. In the meantime, we can sell pretty much everything. Gave us a decent chunk of money. Okay, and now we can sell this car as a whole for $23,169. I want all the DLCs, but it's 49 euros. Man, I bought the game including all DLCs when it was in a Steam sale. So I got everything including all DLCs for like 23 euros. The real license plate, I don't care about that one. I'm gonna sell it. $24,906. Okay. So next time we can buy something a little bit cooler and restore that. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's stream. Tomorrow I will stream City Skylines starting at 6 p.m. GMT. If you have enjoyed this stream, I will stream some more of this game next Saturday at 6 p.m. GMT, and I hope to see you guys there. Until then, have a good one, and hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.